Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? We are back with the next episode of the Still Factory podcast. I'm with my co-host, as per usual.
What's up?
All right, we have the schedule release episode today. We're gonna be diving deep into our schedule and basically making our predictions for games that take place 6 to 10 months from now in a game with 100% injury expectation. Or 100% injury rate. Was that the Tomlin quote? I think that's the Tomlin quote. But let's fucking do it. Let's get right into it, guys. You ready? I'm fucking excited.
I'm gassed up. I see 10, 12 wins.
All right. So the first bit of news that came out was, of course, our opening games. So week 1 we'll be going to Cincinnati. How do you guys feel about this, taking on the defending AFC champs? Any initial thoughts right off the rip?
I see a hangover. I feel it.
You think the Bengals are just gonna get caught slipping, just like how the Bills were last year? I have a good feeling about this too.
I mean, the Steelers look surprisingly good in week ones. Or I don't know. Maybe last year I got some confidence from the Bills game.
Yeah.
But we look pretty clean.
It's just knowing our Steelers. I think I'd rather see us come off as the underdog week 1 than the favorite. Is that just me?
I think we will come off as the underdog.
I mean, without a doubt, I think the opening odds were like us -6, right? Or whatever, however the odds work. Bengals +6.
Don't the odds have us at like 4 wins?
Sure, what do
I
you
don't know.
think? I,
For this game, I have us losing. I mean, the Bengals kicked their ass last year, both games. I think they're just a really good team, and I think we are gonna lose week one.
I definitely think when it comes to the matchup, because I really think that's what the majority of it is for football. I think the Bengals just have us. They had a number last year. I don't think any of those games were close, right? But then again, I think those two Bengals games were the games you could really pin it on Ben. And yeah, our defense gave up a lot of points. I think that second game. But who knows? Overall, I do have us losing this game. I'm not gonna say a score, but I think this is a loss. And that'll just carry us over to our home opener game. Week 2 against the Patriots. How any initial thoughts for this one? I didn't like opening up with the Patriots at home.
Belichick has our number.
It's just like that was the initial thoughts. Like the overall consensus was we have a brutal opening to this schedule. And when I saw that, okay, we have the Bengals week 1. Hopefully our home opener the next week is okay. But we have the Patriots. And what's Tomlin's record against Bill Belichick? I want to say what, like 3-12 maybe.
3 wins.
I think we
Maybe
beat Matt
7
Castle.
We beat Matt Castle and then Tom Brady's last time at Heinz Field. And we have Tom Brady coming back too at week 6. We'll get into that. I think though, I think we rise to the occasion for this game, it being the home opener, regardless of who's at quarterback, because really that's just a big question mark. I'm picking these games with the thought that Kenny is our week 1 starter. But we'll get into it, like how much of a factor like this opening of the schedule plays and like who Tomlin wants to pick as our starter week 1. But I'm just going with the thought that Kenny is our opening starter. And I think that first game, we're just going to ride the momentum. I think the defense is just going to be on a revenge tour after losing to the Bengals. And I think they're basically going to carry us to that win. It'll be, I'm not going to get into the scores because I really don't know. But I think I have us bouncing back from the Bengals game. No way we start 0-2 again like last year.
See a nice 10-7.
10-7. Actually, no, we won the first week, right? But then we lost like 3 in a row. That's what happened.
Is that right?
I think that's what happened. We won that Bills game. Yeah. I don't have us going 0-2 though. Definitely.
No, I don't either. I think we win this game. I think we come out like in the fourth quarter and just kick their ass pretty much, pull away.
I could see that. I could see that being a low scoring game with two young quarterbacks in that first half, and then just overall the team that makes the first mistake, which just so happens to be Bill Belichick's team in this case. But whatever. I see us winning this game. I don't see us losing at home. Week for our first game. Then moving on, this is another game that has a really big question mark. The Browns game. This early on in the year, it's a Thursday night. It's in Cleveland. I'm going with the notion that Deshaun is not starting for this game. What do you guys think?
I think he gets suspended at 4
I mean,
games.
you would think, right? I mean,
At least.
how much did was it DeAndre Hopkins got 6 games for PEDs? Ben got what 4 games for his essays in 2010. You got to think Deshaun gets at least a few games, right? I mean, that was one thing I was kind of looking for. Hopefully, we play the Browns early on in the year and Deshaun suspended and we get an easy win here. But regardless, there's no easy wins in the NFL. I think I'd be more confident in us playing against Deshaun than fucking whoever's their backup, because that's just
Baker.
how much I know the Steelers. Imagine if Baker's the fucking backup. What else do you guys think? Do you think this is a win or a loss?
I think
This
I
is an
think Kenny. What's up?
go for it.
I was gonna say I think Kenny takes up Ben's reins and becomes the winningest quarterback in the Browns
He
stadium.
starts his journey towards that,
I don't like this Thursday night game after the Patriots. I think we're gonna be like really hyped up for that Sunday game, and then it's just gonna
Yeah,
fall
that's,
apart
that's
on Thursday.
exactly what I'm thinking too. Even if we whoever the Browns quarterback is in this case, just thinking back how bad that Vikings game was Thursday night last year on the road, how we opened up down like 0-28 or whatever it was.
Oh, I remember that.
That was terrible. That was a Thursday night on the road. The team that's on the road on a Thursday night just never has the advantage. I mean, I love Thursday night games. I think it's a cool change of pace, but the away team just gets fucked whenever this happens. But moving forward, we're back home again with the Jets. So we'll be off an extended bye week. I think this is an easy win, right? I think overall,
I think so. I don't think the Jets have
I
anything.
think Zach Wilson versus Kenny is going to be a really good kind of checkpoint for Kenny to see how he matches up against other young quarterbacks. Mac Jones as well, week 2. Um, but yeah, I think this is the first lock I would say for the Steelers. I'd feel really unconfident if this was on the road, but I'm glad this is back in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, especially after a Thursday night game, we have
Yeah,
the
we'll
extra
have an
2 days.
extended. Another thing too, the Jets. This is another headline. The Jets start off their schedule with 4 AFC North teams. Like, what are the odds of that?
Oh, what?
That is insane. I don't know who scheduled that, but they need a talking to. I feel bad for the Jets, but I'll take it. So I'm assuming they're coming off either the Ravens or the Bengals in week 3.
Nice and beat up.
Yeah. So and then we'll be traveling to Buffalo. I don't see us.
I see us taking an L.
Yeah, I don't see us winning in Buffalo again like last year. I'm not saying last year was a fluke. I just think the Bills will be able to. They'll be playing at a better spot week 5, I guess, compared to week 1 last year.
I think the Bills are gonna be like the next AFC champ.
I think the Bills, they're up there. They might, because
I don't
everyone's saying
see.
if overtime wasn't done in one possession, they would have been in the AFC Championship game easily.
I think what they're like a pretty close to the team they were last year, right?
I'd say.
Yeah,
Right.
they're a top 2 3 team in the whole league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, and like the Chiefs got worse. Like
Yeah,
just
Tyreek.
objectively, they just got worse. So I think the Bills come out of the AFC. I don't see anyone else.
I'd see
Like,
us though, but yeah.
you're right.
I think the Bengals as well.
You're right.
You're right. Well, I'm trying to play it cool, you know.
I don't want to be too overconfident. But week 6, this was a game that everyone kind of has in mind. Tom Brady coming back to Heinz Field but as a Buccaneer, week 6. How do you feel about this?
I don't know.
Good.
I have a feeling that, just the way Ben beat Brady in his rookie year in the regular season is just how Kenny's gonna come out, this big dick swinging, and this is gonna be Kenny's breakout game. He'll have a really passive first 5 weeks, but I think this game, something's just gonna click, and I think we win this game. I think this is like the bold prediction I have on our schedule this year is that we end up taking on Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I'd say. It's just that one game that Tomlin just has his team clicking for, like that happens once a year. And we're past that early point of the season where Tomlin teams usually start off slow. And I think this is the game where we really put it together.
Fair. This is where we start clicking as a team. This is where we go on our like 5-6 game win.
I can see that around this time of year, midway through October. What do you guys think?
think we're gonna lose just because it's Brady and he
Yeah.
has our number.
He picks us apart like no one else.
It's really gonna depict on how good our pass rush is this game. If we get to Brady, if we get at least 4 sacks, it's easily in the bag for us.
Didn't the Bucks lose like one of their best tackles or something?
They got their center back
The-
as soon as Brady resigned. I know that.
I
Oh,
think one of their linemen retired though.
Okay.
who
But
knows?
Facing the other Florida team, or one of the other Florida teams, week 7 in Miami, Sunday night, first primetime game of the year.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a bone to pick. I don't like that we have more of our primetime games on the road, but you know, that's something you can't really deal with. But Sunday night in Miami, Brian Flores and Minka Fitzpatrick return to South Beach. This is gonna be an interesting one. What do you guys think?
We'll be doing a podcast live from Miami. Let me know.
That'd be fucking awesome, boys.
yeah, I
Live
think
from
this is a
South
win,
Beach.
honestly.
I think
got
this
my
is
tickets.
we're gonna be riding that, you know, just how the Steelers are such a momentum, emotion based team. We're gonna be riding how well we played against the Bucks, and we're just gonna go into Miami and kick that ass. Tua is not as good as quarterback. I don't care who you're putting around him. He's just not gonna have it together. Our defense is gonna come up big, and he's gonna rattle the guy even though he's at home. And yeah, I see us coming out on top this game. So what are we at here? 7 weeks into this. Actually, we'll run that back for the bye week. But yeah, next we got at Philly.
I think we beat 'em.
Halloween Eve. What do you guys think?
I think we
Jalen
got
Hurts. Jalen Hurts versus Kenny Pickett here. Who do you guys think?
I don't think Jalen Hurts is better than like a Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like,
Could run. Is Ryan Fitzpatrick that could run?
yeah,
Is that your
I
take?
mean, I think we're like not that we're underestimating our defense, but like I feel like it's at least top 2, 3 in the league. And
That's hard to say though after last year, after how bad our run defense was. But I'm assuming
no,
with DeMarvin Leal and hopefully we get to it back and we're just more healthy, that D line is just looking better. And then a lot of that was on how just incapable our middle linebackers looked. But I think we're retooled and we'll be a lot better with Brian
I
Flores coaching as well.
yeah, I have a lot of confidence we're gonna sort out our run D, especially with Brian Flores. So I think like a lot of these younger, more inexperienced quarterbacks that are still looking to get in their reps, like Jalen Hurts, like I think that's when we're gonna like really shut down a team.
Really make a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have us losing this game actually. I just think that we've never really been good in Philly, just historically, and I don't
When
think
was the last time we've played like 2 games in Philly in the last 20
no,
years?
but no matter what, no matter what, we're just not good against the Eagles. It's just one of those things. Like you could check the stats, like we're just never good there. But I do have us losing this game. It's just kind of one of the things that you see with the Steelers. Like there's just that team that you always that whenever we play them, it's just like how the fuck did we not beat them? But I'll take us to our bye week, and I'd say what 4-4,
I
5
think
and
we're
3,
4-4.
4-4,
4-4 for
right?
me.
1-1 after week 2,
Yeah, if we're not 4-4, I'll be pretty disappointed.
2-2 or 3-1 after week 4. Yeah, I'd say about 5 and 3, 4-4 easily. But that'll take us to November now, and this is when things really get interesting. We'll have the Saints at home, a team that Tomlin has yet to beat, and I know I just said that we'll be coming off a loss from the Eagles because we're just never good in Philly. I think Tomlin finally beats the Saints just because we're at home and we'll be coming off a loss and a bye week. What do you guys think here?
Do the Saints have anything going on? I feel like they've been in like
I'm not gonna lie. They won 9 games last year, I think, with like 4 different starting quarterbacks.
That's impressive.
It's a good team, but
And
no quarterback.
they're retooled with Jarvis Landry. They
they
got some other key guys through the draft as well. I don't know. I think Jameis is just not gonna perform for this game. And if assuming he's the starter, I don't think Jameis is gonna perform in this game. And Kenny's
Am I
Kenny's gonna
crazy?
make the Saints regret not drafting him. Yeah.
Am I crazy? Sean Payton retired, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
I think that's another reason why they were able to probably win 9 games with 4 different quarterbacks
yeah, I definitely think Sean Payton was the biggest reason they won 9 games.
easily.
Just not scared of Jameis. I have this as a win.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is a
me
win for
neither.
sure. And then second matchup against the Bengals Sunday night in Pittsburgh. I think we finally just figured them out here after losing 3 straight to them. I just don't see us losing Sunday night. In Pittsburgh this late into the year. I think we're really coming into our own at this point. The Bengals might as well be coming into their own as well, but I don't see them coming into Pittsburgh on a Sunday night game and winning. What do you guys think?
I want to say we got it. I want to say at this point we're like putting it together. Pickett's putting it together, and I think we're kind of rolling. I think we hit like a nice rhythm during the middle of the year, but it is ambitious to say that we win. I have us winning Miami. I have us winning in Philly. I have us winning in New Orleans. It's ambitious to say we're gonna win 4 games straight, like with this team. But maybe we take an L in Philly and we bring it back. Would I rather beat Philly or Cincinnati? I guess it'd be better to beat Cincinnati.
Exactly.
I'll take the Sunday night W.
I have us losing this game, but it's going to be a lot closer than week 1. I think it'll come down to the end of the game.
I can see that. Yeah.
I think Pickett and Pickens are gonna bring it.
I think by now Pickens is gonna be a really integrated part of our offense, and they're gonna have no answer. Pickens play Pickens in the slot versus Mike Hilton. Shut it down, bro. Pack it up.
Like Pickens is a legit like first round talent at receiver. Like we got him in the second, but
yeah, you just add in the injury, but she's recovered from, and whatever questionable character issues there may be, Pickens would have been a top 12 pick.
Like we make some seriously good choices at receiver. We have some seriously good wide receiver coaches. I think he's gonna be really coming into his own at this point.
Yeah. Another team that we have really good luck with, Colts. This is another one I'm picking based off of how well we performed against them in the past. Always.
Monday night. Too.
Monday night as well in Indianapolis. Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts. I know. I just have us winning. We always beat the Colts. I mean, even if Ben was a starter each time, I think this is just again we just come in and we just handle business. What else is there?
I'm not
well. We play really well in Indianapolis. Like that's not in a stadium that I'm scared of at all.
Exactly.
I'm not convinced Matt Ryan is good anymore either.
Yeah,
I'm not scared of him either.
He's in like his twilight years, like Ben the last couple.
We'll see though. I think regardless of how Matt Ryan plays, we just win this game. I think just our defense steps up and we just make the right plays on offense.
Yeah. Besides, Matt Ryan never felt like clutch. Yeah. I don't know why I feel that way, but
28-3 is why.
For some reason, I just don't see Matt Ryan closing us out.
It's funny because the Colts replaced Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan because they choked against the Jags, so they just got another guy that's just as clutch.
That's clutch.
But speaking of the team Matt Ryan came from, the Falcons, in Atlanta, I think this is just a game we just blow by. Even if it's Desmond Ridder or who is it, Mariota. It'd be interesting to see a Desmond Ridder versus Kenny Pickett matchup here, though.
What you go in the third or fourth?
It was the third. He was a second quarterback taken after Pickett, and he was in the third round. Yeah,
before Malik. That's crazy.
Yeah,
like 10 picks before Malik.
Dude, that Malik hype was fucking bullshit then.
But yeah, I think this is another game. I think at this point in the year, this is when we're really on our run here, and the Falcons are just another team that won't even match up against us well. What else?
I think this game is the game where we look terrible in the first half. We start off terrible, and then we
honestly
pull off a win.
I think we could kiss those type of games goodbye with Ben. I'm be real.
I think you're due for one of those every year, though, and I think this is it. But we come out with the win at the end of the game.
I don't know. I have that game as the Eagles one, so that's just me though.
Or we just don't come Eagles?
Up. Oh! I thought you were talking about like just overall just coming out slow, and yeah, I mean. I think we just come out slow against the Eagles and we just never recover. Maybe the Falcons we start off slow but we recover. But I just have we'll be in full charge that whole game. Then next up we got the Ravens week 14. It's really getting interesting. We're getting into these December games at home against Baltimore. This is an interesting one. First time matching up against the Ravens. You really have no clue how Ravens teams are. I mean, I feel like every year they go through a serious amount of injuries, but they're just still right there. Besides last year, I think last year they've lost like 6 in a row to end the year, whatever it was.
Oh shit.
But still, I mean, I think this is just the one AFC North opponent that whenever you play them, just the records go out the window, and it's just a serious matchup. What do you guys think? I want to hear your opinions before I say how I feel.
The Ravens don't have any receivers anymore.
Yeah,
Do
they got two running backs behind the line of scrimmage though.
I mean, that's our one week. Damn. They
I don't
figured us
know.
out,
I really
huh?
don't know.
I
Uh,
think the Ravens. I think we got the Ravens at home.
yeah, I'd say so. I like to just go in with the notion when I'm just kind of predicting how many wins we have. We're just gonna split with our division just by default, and
Yeah.
I'll go with our home game against the Ravens that we win. So we can move on to Carolina now. Another interesting one will if it's Kenny versus Matt Corral. The Panthers picked Corral in the third round. But then again, this is just the Panthers don't have much going for them. Whoever their quarterback ends up being. This will be just like the Falcons game. We'll just come and take care of business. And on to the next. Anything else to add?
No.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Easy game.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then this is probably besides that Buccaneers game, this is the other game that everyone's talking about. The 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception here versus the Raiders happening Christmas Eve, prime time, Saturday night. I saw a lot of like Pittsburgh just Pittsburgh sports analysts saying just having this one chalked up as a loss, believe it or not. Whenever I was going through a lot of these guys just initial predictions, this one was going to be a loss, and I was just like, how the fuck would this one be a loss? I think this is just a game where we just really rally behind the festivities going on and we just completely annihilate the Raiders. What else do you guys think?
I don't know if it will annihilate them, but I think we will win. I'm not scared of Josh McDaniels as a head coach or Derek Carr as a quarterback. So
That's their head coach.
yeah,
That's the
Oh
game.
shit. Oh yeah, we got this. I don't
Yeah.
think he'll be their head coach by then, though, man.
Oh my god. I don't know. Just Vegas coming into Pittsburgh. I don't see us losing.
yeah.
And then traveling to Baltimore, New Year's Day. I think this is like, you know, we've kind of had our run already, and then we just kind of run out of steam here. Even if we do have the extra, actually no way, everyone's playing Saturday, right? Week 16.
Yeah. Everyone.
Yeah,
Oh.
so we don't really have an extra day. They have an extra day as well. Yeah, I mean, it really just depends on what the Ravens situation is at this point, and even ours as well for this game. Just because it is another AFC North team, but I'd say we're losing this game.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think we'll
then
split with the Ravens. So
yeah,
either way, we win or lose this game.
and then we'll have the annual backup quarterback defeating the Browns. I think Trubisky will get the keys this game, and he'll just lead us to a nice like 31-7 win. What do you guys think?
Good.
I
Why
think
would we have the backup?
Because
I don't think
we've already clinched the division by then, bud. I don't know what to tell you.
With our nice 9-7 record? Yeah.
Is that where we're at this point? I don't know.
I
I
think
I
so.
think I had us like undefeated after the bye week until we played the Ravens away, right?
Let's see.
That's like a good
Yeah, you're
like
capping.
10, 11 wins already. I don't know.
6-7 win streak, nothing crazy.
It's easy to just be like, just go down the list and be like, yeah, win, loss, win, win, loss. But overall, you're just kind of thinking, okay, this is, are we a 10-win team or under 10-win team? What do you guys think? Over under 10
Over
or
by
exactly
one.
10? I think exactly 10 is just the one that you could say
Yeah.
safe.
If the line is 9.5, I take the over.
Yeah, me too.
You go on a line 9.5. I take the over at 10. And
Yeah.
it's easy to say that too because there are 17 games now. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
10 wins is
10
safe to
wins before
say,
was fucking good.
but at the same time too, it's like 7 losses. Fuck. Or you could just be like us last year and fucking have a tie in there and be what was it 9-7-1? Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, looking at our schedule, I'd say we're about 9-7 or not 9-7, 10-7, and yeah, we just have a couple other notes here. When the schedule released, there was an interview of Art Rooney II on throwback jerseys for 2022, and his quote was, "We'll take a closer look at it, but right now I predict it'll be that November 20th game against the Bengals. The throwback jersey will be a replica of the 1972 jersey, so back to the Immaculate Reception." Now, we wore those block numbers, and we've kind of been talking amongst ourselves how much better it would be if we were just to go back to those block numbers. What else? How else do you feel about those uniforms?
I think they're fucking clean as hell.
The
I
block
think
numbers. I bought a Najee in that block number thinking we were still rocking it, but we didn't. So I'm glad we're gonna bring him out this year. One question mark I do have though is, will we go back to those gray face masks that we had at the time during the Immaculate Reception? Because we wore the black face masks for when we brought them back. Was it for the 40th anniversary of like the Super Bowl 13 and 14? I think you told me that, Chewy.
Yeah.
But by then we were wearing black face masks, and I think with a new rule, the new helmet rule, we're allowed to have different color helmets. So I'm hoping maybe we have the gray face mask come out. That'd be tight. Do you guys like the gray face mask or not?
I like them. I just think we're too cheap to buy a whole new set of helmets for everybody.
You don't think the Roonies are gonna go to the art store and cop a couple bottles?
Just fucking spray paint them. Yeah, that'll do. But it'd be interesting to see. I'd love to see. Just us going all in and just going back to that old style, just for the sake of the game. One thing though, I do have against it is that why would it be the November 20th game
Yeah, it should be
and not the Immaculate Reception
Yeah.
game that they're
Too much
making a
pressure.
big deal about, right? That'd be tight. And then even make the Raiders wear their old school jerseys too, even if they did have. Were they? I think they've been the same actually. Never mind.
they look the same.
It's the same shit, right?
Yeah.
And then next up, I threw up a bunch of quarterback matchups here, and of course I have Kenny Pickett as ours. But which one of these like lists of potential QB matchups? I hope you guys are looking at the list here. Are you guys most excited about, or would you be looking forward to?
I think Mac Jones. I think everyone's comparing Kenny to Mac Jones. I wonder to see like, is he actually gonna be as good?
Right.
Like with mobility, I think Kenny could be better than Mac Jones, but we'll see. I think that's a game we could look at.
I think that's the one I'm excited for, it being so early on in the year and especially being our home opener. What do you think, Junior?
I'm thinking I like the Brady versus Kenny. I feel like
Goat versus
we might
next
kinda-
goat or the what?
Yeah, exactly. No, but I'm just trying to like I'm looking at it. I want to pick maybe Tua versus Kenny. I don't know. I don't think it's much of a QB matchup. I want something like later in the year. I want someone that's like similar skill level. Maybe Kenny versus like Jalen Hurts, someone that's like been in the league already,
Right.
versus someone that's kind of getting their feel for it, right?
Right.
Like obviously Brady's gonna outclass Kenny in every way except talent because Kenny's just overflowing.
I'm a go with that Joe Burrow versus Kenny when we're at home against the Bengals. I'm looking forward to that one. You know, Burrow is like everyone's favorite white boy right now. I'm hoping Kenny tops that. What do you guys think?
I feel like
I think-
that's a game where we almost put everything together. Like we're about to be the team that we're supposed to be.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just excited because Burrow's the main guy right now. I mean, this guy won the AFC, and I'd like to see how Kenny stacks up against them, regardless of whose defense is better or what. But yeah, just some other couple notes here that I have, and everyone's talking about how rough our schedule is, at least that first half up into the bye week. Do you think this plays a factor on who Tomlin wants to start quarterback? Because it's easy to say like Trubisky could start, and people are for that, and I respect that decision if they want Trubisky to be the number one guy, because you want to let Kenny ease into it. We already got Trubisky, so what's the point? Do you think those first set of games play a factor in Tomlin's eyes?
I do. I think honestly, I could see us going 2-3, and after that Buccaneers game, we replace Mitch with Kenny. I know first start will be at the Dolphins.
It'll be easy to just scapegoat Trubisky, right? If we're like on a 2-4 start.
I mean, I see it mainly just like when we got Ben, we picked a QB at number 10
11.
and 11, right? And even then, he still started behind.
But it's just a different situation because Tommy Maddox had us in the playoffs just 2 years before.
That's true.
So I mean, Trubisky's also a new guy. I think just in Tomlin's eyes, Tomlin's just gonna be the guy that's gonna say straight up, "I don't care who we're playing. This is the best option. We're gonna go with him." I mean, Tomlin's gonna be the guy that says, "I don't know who we're playing week 2. I'm focused on week 1, and week 1, I think Kenny's gonna give us the best shot, and if it is Kenny or if it's Mitch." Yeah. On to the next one. I think we already kind of touched on this, but really, let's just say now we're thinking 10 wins, right? It's on the dot.
Yeah.
I got 11.
11. I don't know. I'd have to count up what my initial predictions were, but I'd think it's safe to say 10. I mean, When
Yeah,
nine,
I
we
have
win, we're better than last year. Like it's like everyone's gonna say Ben was the main problem last year, and we got a quarterback that's more mobile and has a better arm than Ben than last year at the very least. It's just gonna come down to game planning and how all our offense is able to put it together. With that being said, I think the line's out there, right? On the odds of Kenny winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Are you guys for this or not? Do you guys see this happening, or how big a factor of how many games he starts you think has on it?
I think if he only starts like what 11 games like we're kind of thinking right now, I don't think he gets it. I think it's gonna go to whichever first round wide receiver is with the best quarterback.
I can see that. I think after Kenny, it's the guy from USC, Drake London, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't have a quarterback, so
That's true. I don't know. I'm going to put maybe 3,000 on Kenny winning Rookie of the Year if he's starting Week 1. I think it's just easy for him in this draft class, right? I think like just look at the first 5 picks on defense, and
it's a
then
quarterback award, and he's the only quarterback.
it really is. If Kenny's starting at least the first month of the year, it's gonna go to him.
Yeah,
He's
he only
average. He just needs to be average, honestly.
It really is. I mean, he just has to be Mac Jones last year, and he's winning Rookie of the Year.
did he win it? Mac Jones won it?
I think Jamar Chase won it, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Jamar Chase did win it.
that's exactly what Chewy had just said, though. If or was that you that said it? That whatever receiver in the first round that has the best
yeah.
quarterback gets it.
Yeah,
But who knows? And speaking of Kenny,
I think Pickens and Pickett are gonna be fighting for it.
that'd be fucking awesome.
Bold prediction.
But
Calvin
speaking of Kenny, are you guys glad that Ben? Let's give a fucking round of applause for Ben calling Kenny. I'm so glad this happened. Because it was just always brought up how poor of a teammate Ben always was, and then how rocky the relationship was between Terry and Ben. I'm so glad Ben called him. I mean, even if it was just like, yeah, I'm here if you need me, not even like an invite to dinner or whatever, come over, meet the fam. I'm glad this happened, and I'm glad. I hope Kenny reaches out to Ben. What do you guys think?
I mean, let me put it to you like this: if you're wondering who started in Week 1, Mitch didn't get a call, but like,
Did
That's
he
a
not
big
get a
one.
call?
did he not?
Do you
I don't
if
know.
he didn't?
Mitch didn't say nothing about Ben calling him.
Did anyone ask?
They didn't even call Mitch at all, actually.
Does anyone care about Mitch?
Did Mitch even get a call from Rudolph when he got here? Did Mason even call anybody? Has Mason came to practice?
Does Mason know who we drafted?
If Mason called you, would you pick up though?
Oh my god.
I
But
don't
yeah,
think so.
speaking on this like controversy too, I think it also came out that the Steelers had told Mitch prior to signing him that if Kenny's on the board, we're taking him, and I'm glad that that's true, because people were saying like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. This guy's thinking he has a starting job and he drafted a quarterback if your first pick. But that just goes to show like how the Steelers have always been being straight up, basically. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up our discussions on the schedule. I think now it's just waiting for training camp, right? I think we've gone through a couple interviews for the second round of our GM job. We'll get into that when that announcement happens, because we really don't have any thoughts on who we could pick up or what. But any closing comments for y'all?
10 wins.
10 wins. 10 wins.
Yeah, I see Pickens offensive rookie of the year.
That'd be something, because Pickens is gonna be catching balls from Trubisky and Kenny all year long.
Exactly.
I could see that. I could see that.
Full 17.
Full 17. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Steel Factory Podcast. We'll be back soon, and let's have a great flipping year. Later, Steel Nation.